Hey, Jerry.
Hey, J. Rob.
It's a beautiful day today.
It is a beautiful day. Do you know what time it is?
I absolutely know what time it is.
What time is it?
Time for Jerry and J. Rob cover it all.
Jerry and J. Rob cover it all.
So how'd your week go?
Week went well. My answer's always kind of the same when you ask me that.
I know,
though.
and I always ask you this.
It went well, and I was busy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You guys made another trip to the hospital, though.
We did, and as a matter of fact, we may make another one tonight.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
It's not.
Okay.
So
Well,
we operate on about 2 hours of sleep and lots of coffee.
that's true.
Stack up coffee.
Stack up coffee it is.
Preferably.
Because it keeps you stacked up, doesn't it?
It keeps me going, yeah.
There you go. Very good. Well, I'm sorry you're having the problems. I know it gets to be draining, and I know it gets to be, you get to this point sometimes where you're like, man, again, here we go again. Does it ever stop? Do we ever catch a break? Do we ever catch some downtime? So I feel for you right now. I mean, I've been in that boat, probably not as often as you are, but nonetheless.
Pretty often, I'd bet.
Yeah, a little bit. But that brings me to our topic for today, which is battling discouragement.
Battling discouragement. That sounds like a pretty hot topic because everybody faces discouragement.
That's correct. Everybody does, and I would venture to say that it happens pretty regular, especially for people that are getting out of the box trying to do something a little bit more risky, a little bit more, out of the norm. And then even just in our regular daily lives, we have discouragement. We have family that lets us down. We have something that happens at work. We've got something we're trying to do in life, and it's not going as according to our plans anyway that we would like for it to go.
Right.
So battling discouragement, that is a normal thing that is not unique to anyone. It is common to everyone.
Yeah, it's something that we're all going to face from time to time. Being a pastor, being a Christian, and being involved in ministry, one thing that I've noticed is it's kind of a taboo subject with Christians. You begin to talk about discouragement or the big word, depression.
Depression, yeah.
And there's kind of a stigma that goes along with that, which I don't really understand because it's something that all of us as human beings face.
That's right.
From one time, at one time or another in our lives. Like you said, because we're trying to do something, we're trying to get things accomplished, and things aren't happening at our pace or according to our plan, or something comes along that really just hits us broadside, and it's easy to dwell on those things and allow them to affect us mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Discouragement can bring us to the place where we're making poor decisions because we're acting out of emotion or we're trying to find some relief. So discouragement can be a very detrimental thing in our lives, and it's important to know that we're not out here alone. Everybody faces it. But battling it is the thing, not living with it.
Right.
Not just existing in a state of discouragement. We all know that we get discouraged, but the thing is we don't want to stay there.
That's right.
And so one of the ways that I keep from, or one of the things that I do to keep from staying in a state of discouragement when things don't work out, is by having somebody that I can come to, a friend. I know that I've said this before, and I don't mean to be mushy, but you're kind of my guy.
Man,
that I go to. That I'm.
It don't get any better than that. Yeah, you said it earlier. A battle buddy, right?
Yeah,
you gotta have your guy there to.
If you're gonna battle discouragement, you need a battle buddy. You need somebody that's gonna be there, and it's a mutual thing. You uplift each other, you encourage each other, and you help each other out. But sometimes you have to express those emotions, express the fears or the concerns or whatever it is. And have somebody there that you can seek counsel from, who can give you a word of advice, a word of encouragement, and be there to help. We want to draw in. We want to draw away. And we can't do that.
That's right. And another facet to that is when we are being discouraged or we're in a down spot and we're dwelling on it, we're in a different spot mentally than a third person watching from the outside. And that third person can give us a better reality check than we can often of what we're actually going through. So we start listening to our own voices, we start listening to our own feelings and emotions, and then we end up doing some stuff we probably shouldn't do, like maybe we're moving a little too fast for what we're supposed to be
Right.
working through this problem. Your battle buddy can look at that and say, hey man, relax.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. You're going to be fine. Give it a day or two. It'll be fine. Move on.
Right. And something else, you just mentioned not being in a good state mentally, not being able to see things clearly or see them from the right perspective. And so when I'm battling discouragement, something else that helps is falling back on those basic foundational things that we've put in place. Falling back on a schedule, having a set time to do things, falling back on the things that I know to do that are right. Sometimes when we're discouraged, we don't know what to do. Well, that's a dangerous place to be.
It is.
So when I don't know what to do, I fall back on, okay, what do I know that I'm supposed to be doing? And I fall back on those foundational things, having a schedule, going back to my plan and working the plan. When everything else is out of control, taking control or recognizing the things that I can control and saying, okay, I'm gonna control these. I'm gonna let the rest of it sort itself out.
Right. But hang on, Jerry. You're a preacher of a church. There's no way you face discouragement in God's house.
You would think that. A lot of people think that. Well, he's the preacher's always up, right?
He's up. There's nothing ever wrong happens in his life. He's got it under control.
And I don't know. I try to have a smile on my face and joy in my heart all the time, but I face discouragement just like anybody else.
That's right.
And just like everybody else, I have to lean on my battle buddy.
Yep.
I have to go back to my foundation, and I have to rest in my faith in God that God is going to work it out.
That's right. In fact, I'd argue that you probably have to face it more often because it is church or Christian or God related. I've noticed that anything that I work on at the church is always harder, and it's not harder because God's making it harder. It's harder because it's just how it works. That's how it kind of comes to play. I'm not going to say whether it's God being difficult with us or the devil putting walls up. It could be a little of either.
Yeah.
But nothing comes easy in the Christian life. That's for sure.
For sure. So you face, your family has a lot of medical issues with cystic fibrosis.
Right.
You're a busy man. You have many businesses that you're trying to run and everything, health coaching and all the many aspects of your life. Surely you never face discouragement, right?
Life is a dream. Life is a dream. No, we have a ton. Like you said, the medical stuff is always coming up. There's frustrations. There's frustrations dealing with doctors and appointments, and and I'm not knocking the medical community, but it's hard to find on a regular basis doctors that care as much as you do, and most of them are trying to get you in and out. And I don't blame them for that. They got a million people coming in the door complaining, and half of them are complaining about stuff that doesn't matter probably, and they're just trying to move on to the next and be available for the next person. So I get it, but it is what it is. So that's part of it. The other part of it is business. I have certain goals and certain steps I have in mind that I think I should be able to accomplish in a certain time frame, and when those don't happen or they regress, which is the worst for me, when I see something falling off that was doing really well maybe the month before, that's very discouraging for me. And then that, like I said, that moves into the Christian life, that moves into stuff that we got going on around here, just like the air conditioner. Came up here, finally got up in the attic and looked at this air conditioner and hoped it was going to be something simple, and it's actually a total catastrophe. Right? We got to replace everything, and I'm not looking forward to that. It's not discouraging. It's just another thing to do. But
yeah. Well, the good thing about it is we're both so cool.
Yeah, that's right. You don't even see any sweat on us right now.
But so when you face those difficulties and those frustrations and discouragement tries to to creep in. How do you battle that? What are some steps that you take to battle discouragement?
We're doing a show about it and we're talking about it, and I wish I could say I was an expert, but what I do know is that first off, I don't worry about it. Whatever it is, I knock that part out. I don't worry. I don't let it eat up brain space. I pray about it. That's usually kind of my go-to thing.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I see what I can do or what I should do or what I think I should do what I can, and then I try not to overcomplicate it. That's really the kicker right there, because we get into this spot thinking we got to fix it, and we got to fix it immediately, and we got to do everything we can to fix it. And you get about halfway through that, and you've made it twice as bad, right?
Right.
So it's having the patience coupled with the perseverance and working through that problem calmly, collectively, and logically and spiritually for me, and for you as well. So I think the big thing is, the bigger issue with discouragement is that it tries to bring you down and hang on to you. If you cannot let it, however
Right.
that may occur, then you're going to be a lot faster getting out of it.
Right. So when discouragement comes, just know you're not out there dealing with it. It's not unique to you. Everybody goes through it. Even Jerry and J-Rob.
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while. But that's why we're coming to you with this. We're trying to help you out. We're trying to encourage you, and trying to be a blessing.
That's right.
So reach out to us. Let us know if there's anything that we can do for you. I do want to say this. We are not medical professionals.
That's true.
So if you are in a situation where you're dealing with maybe something a little more than your average discouragement, and you feel like you need to seek some medical help, then do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes that is necessary, and you do need more than just a great show.
Just a great show. That's all it is.
Like this one.
That's all it is.
But we're here to help you any way that we can.
Very good. So a couple things coming up. We're going to have some guest speakers starting next week. I want you guys to tune in for that. That's going to be excellent.
I'm excited about it.
After that, when is our car show coming up? When is that?
The car show is in Lampasas.
You know what the dates are yet?
This month. No, I actually have had a little trouble finding it online.
Okay.
It's the Sulphur Creek Car Cruise in Lampasas, Texas. And so I looked a couple times this week, had a little issues. I found the dates for last year.
Okay.
And even the year before.
Okay.
I know it's in June. It's probably toward the end of the month, but I'll have that info for you.
Okay. So when we do get those dates, I'll apply it to the video here. But we will be out there. Jerry and I both will. Come say hi to us. Come get a picture with us. Maybe get a picture at the cars, and we would love to meet you and get to know you personally. So
you can get J-Rob to sign something for you, and
which will make it worth absolutely nothing. But we will be happy to do that. In addition to that, just a reminder that, just like Jerry said, we are not perfect by any means, but we know how to stay in the perseverance category. And if you're looking to help yourself both with mindset, weight loss, personal development, even business development, give us a call. Give us an email there at jerryandjrob@gmail.com. You can also reach us at synergistic-strategies.com and send us a message that way. We would love to meet you, know you, see what you're trying to accomplish in life, and see how we can help. In addition to that, thanks Stack Up Coffee. It's awesome. And catch us on podcast, Apple Podcasts, iHeart,
all the
major platforms. And we would love to hear some feedback from you. So you guys take care and have a great week this week.